guests tonight were the unsung heroes of the Super Bowl as offensive linemen for the Denver Broncos. They manhandled the Green Bay Packers defense, and they paved the way for one of the biggest upsets in Super Bowl history. Please welcome Mark Schlereth, Tony Jones, and David Diaz-Infante. Come out here. This is amazing. Yeah. And you know what? It's so funny to me right now. Everybody was talking about, like everybody else, I watched the Super Bowl. All you heard for the whole week before the Super Bowl and building up was, this is the smallest offensive line. They're tiny. They're petite by offensive line standards. I could build a condominium with you three guys. You're
not only fat, but handsome guys, too. So.
I didn't say fat.
Well, you know.
That would be a mistake to, like, call you three guys fat and then just see what happens. You know, and we made a point in the introduction here, but everybody was talking about, of course, Elway, and they talk about Terrell Davis. But you guys really are the unsung heroes of this thing. You guys tired out the Green Bay Packers. They were just, they were stumbling around towards the end of the game, and people gave you guys the credit.
You know, I think as offensive linemen, you just get used to the fact that you go out, you do your job, and it's like, you know, the fan mail we get. I mean, we'll get fan mail and say, you know, dear Mr. Schlereth, I think you're the best offensive guard in the league. Would you get John Elway to sign this card for me? So that's the kind of, you know, that's the kind of fan mail we get. So we're just used to that, you know, not getting a lot of credit.
Now, were you surprised when our show called up and we said, we want you guys to be on the program?
Yeah, I just figured you're hard up for guests. I think, you know.
Funny you mentioned that. Yeah. We said no. You know, Elway wants to come on, and we were like, no, forget it.
Right.
No, we thought it's about time someone put the spotlight on you guys for a change, and we are hard up for guests. Now, well, I want to talk to you about something for a second, Mark. I was reading Sports Illustrated not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they had a little detail about you.
Uh-huh.
Why, you're laughing already.
Well, he's trying to blame me.
Oh, really? All right. Well, they say that during games, you wet yourself while you're wearing your uniform. Is that true?
Yeah.
What's the story here?
Well, I appreciate that tidbit of information getting leaked there. Oh, leaked. How about that?
No, bad choice of words.
Yeah, bad choice of words.
Is this true? I mean, I was reading that, and when I said that right now, I audibly heard someone in the audience go, what?
Yeah.
But it's true. You do that. Do you find that this helps you? Does it? It would certainly keep the guy who's on you away, I would think.
Yeah, you know, any little bit helps. And yeah, you know, occasionally I do. I mean, you know, you're kind of uncomfortable out there, and you got to go to the bathroom. You just kind of.
Astronauts solve this problem. I mean,
right.
Can't you have some kind of gizmo? Guys, you don't. Yeah, what do you think is the reason?
I mean, you can't call timeout and go to the bathroom. I don't think the coach.
Can't they just wheel a porta potty out there?
They might, you know.
I want to talk about your nicknames for a second. For obvious reasons, you're Stinky.
Well.
Right? Now, you're T-Bone.
Right.
Now, tell me why you're T-Bone. Why do they call you T-Bone?
My senior year in college, on Wednesday we used to have state night. And I was to go by one of the freshmen table and just say, take their steak and go sit down and eat it. So all the guys started calling me T-Bone.
You would take everybody's steak?
I take one freshman every week.
Would you eat it like in just one bite, right?
So you got me. You know, you got to get your nutrients in, you know, protein.
So, David, why do they call you Rat Boy?
Well, I tell you what, you know, Mark's little way of getting back at me because he thought I was responsible for the Sports Illustrated story.
Oh, but, he thinks that you're the one that gave the reporter the little clue that he's wetting himself out there.
When he doesn't even call me by my first name, David, it's Doc. That's the nickname in the room. But, you know, there's been a little controversy as to how that actually got leaked out to Michael Silver at Sports Illustrated, and I myself have nothing to do with it.
Right. But we are now going to refer to you as Rat Boy.
No, please. Just bring the cheese.
Yeah.
Just bring the cheese, Conan.
You guys are famous this year for your discipline. You fine each other. You have a little kangaroo court, and you fine each other. And these are expensive fines for indiscretions or violations one way or the other. What are some of the things that you find each other for?
Talking to the media.
If someone talks to the media,
Yes.
and someone were to rat someone else out for some reason, how much money are we talking about here?
$10 a quote.
$10 a quote?
Yes.
So that can rack up after a while.
Yeah, it varies. You know, it matters if you're on TV. If this was during the season, this would be, you'd have to give up all your game checks, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have to be a football player to be penalized for being on this show, by the way. It's cost many people a great deal, more than just money. Before we go, speaking of the Super Bowl, Mark, you said that you knew that you guys were going to win, and you knew for a very specific reason. What was that?
Well, in February, I had herniated disc in my back, and I was back in Denver getting some treatment, and it turned out that day that they said that the Super Bowl would be played on the 25th of January, and it would be Super Bowl 32. 25th of January happens to be my birthday, and it was my 32nd birthday. So I said it was in the cards. I mean, we couldn't help but win.
Did you announce that to you? That's a good reason. That's a lining up of the planets.
Exactly. So yeah, I told our training staff and a couple of the guys on the team, and I said, "This is in the bag, guys. All we got to go out and do is play 19, 20 games, whatever we had to play."
Yeah. And then I'll take care of that last little bit.
Exactly.
Guys, you deserve a lot of credit. It's very nice that you could come on the program. Thank you very much for doing it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody. Mark Schlereth, Tony Jones, David Diaz Infante. We're going to take a break. Angelina Jolie is coming up. We'll see you in a second.